Hello, all. It's Prof C here. I know it's been a minute since I've done an office hour. I want to go over a few exciting changes and updates to the department. Uh, some will take effect in the spring, um, some will take effect in 2024, but all can impact you in a positive way right now. First thing I want to talk about is we have updated as of fall 2024, all things working out and based on final approvals of the campus, we have updated our degrees. And what we've done is instead of being general with those degrees, we have found a way to provide you specificity. So whether you want to transfer to a four-year university after us or get right to work, we've developed paths within our degrees that will allow you to get really in-depth, hands-on in various areas, specific areas of film, TV, and media production. Um, and so this is what European film schools do: is you go to school and you immerse yourself into a different uh, aspect of the industry for 2 to 3 years. So we're kind of taking a European model and applying it here because this industry is very much on specificity. No one wants, not every department needs a writer, producer, director. Some departments need very specific skill sets. And so that's how we've kind of rearranged our degrees. This doesn't mean if you have a current ed plan that it will need to change. It will not need to change. So the term is you're grandfathered in on that ed plan. However, if what you see here today you like, and it doesn't cause you to graduate any later, I would advise to follow possibly one of these paths that I'm going to go through today. So there's 4 degrees total. We're going to look at 3 of them. The fourth one we're not going to look at is our transfer degree, and that degree is very general and allows you a direct transfer path to any CSU. These degrees are very specific. We'll still let you transfer to a CSU, but you might have to take a couple more classes once you get to a CSU or a UC. So let's jump in and look at what we've done with the film degree. And by the way, that was always the case with the degrees that weren't transfers. There could always be a situation where you'd have to take 1 or 2 more undergrad or lower division courses. So let's jump in on the film degree. For the film degree, there are 4, and you'll see this across the board. There's going to be 4 core classes that we want you to finish within your first year. And you'll see updated flyers coming out. You might have seen the first 5. It's now going to be the first 4. So for every degree, there's 4 courses that we want you to take. So for the film degree, your core 4 include FTVM 112, FTVM 114, FTVM 130 or 131, FTVM 120 or 121. Now, once you finish that, you can take a look and see which path then for your next year will best suit you, right? And so that might include the directing path. And there's 3 paths that you can choose from: directing, story development, post-production. I'm sorry, there's 4 paths: post-production and camera operation. You'll also notice that these paths are what is known in college and university circles as interdisciplinary. So not only are there FTVM courses that you can take, there's theater courses, there's art courses, there's even, and you'll see in one of our other degrees, there's also music courses that you can take to help fill out that concentration. So as we look at camera, for example, you'll notice, yes, there's our cinematography course, and there's some other production courses. But I would also, and I told some of you this already, if you want to get into cinematography, you should probably take the photography class. So the digital photography class in the art department. So now not only could you take it as an elective before? Yes, but now it's actually built into the program. And then we've got space for electives on that one. Directing, kind of the same. Just no room for electives on the directing. That one's very kind of stringent. Story development, you see there. You've got a script analysis class. Improv acting you might take with that. And then acting and directing might be a good way to go in terms of story development. And then you also have electives there. So if you're on the writing path, for example, and you take FTVM 122 as one of your core courses, then you choose two of your electives here. Well, you want to take that script you did and produce it. Short film might be the best way to go, or cinema production. So that's why we kind of built that into the program. You'll also notice, and this will be across the board for the next 2 degree paths I show you, you'll also notice that you have to do a work experience as part of your degree now. But we're here to help you with that. So myself and our career specialist, Ms. Saturday Maldonado, will be there, as well as other faculty, to help you find a work experience opportunity. That could be on campus in our department, or possibly doing video for marketing, right? Or for sure, opportunities with KVCR. So it could be on campus, it could be off campus, but we're going to be here to help you find those opportunities. The next degree, which we've always had, is television. And again, there's 4 core classes. Just make note, it should not be 112, it should be 111, which is studio audio production. We're getting that fixed now. That's just a misprint. So again, 4 core classes that you'll do in your first year. And then you've got 2 paths to choose from. Do I want to go unscripted, which is anything that wasn't affected by the strike? So live TV, news, documentary, game shows, that's all unscripted TV, or streaming, if you will. Or you could go scripted. And you see there kind of a very specific path for scripted. Last updated degree that I want to show you is audio production. Again, 4 core classes, and then 4 more to choose from, plus a work experience, plus 2 electives. So I think for audio, it's really important. Those electives are crucial because that's where you get to kind of put the theory that you've been taught in a 111 or 112 and 110 into practice with your electives and the other courses involved in that. The other cool thing about this, if you didn't notice, is there's a lot of duplication. There's a lot of carryover between the degrees. It is possible within 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, 2 years for sure if you do a summer session in between each year. Not only will you have 1 degree, you could walk out with 2 degrees. You could have a degree in film and TV, still maintaining under 70 units and still probably getting done in 2 years. You can definitely, as I'm going to show you here, and this is just one example. So let's say you choose the film degree, and you choose, I want to do the post-production pathway. Well, not only will you have your degree in film, but you'll also have a certificate in post-production, because all of those courses are required or necessary for your film degree if you choose the post-production path. The same can be said if you go into video broadcasting and you're doing the TV degree. If you do the TV degree and you do the unscripted, you will also finish a certificate in video broadcasting because you'll do these other 2 classes. Across the board, I would say it's also quite possible for you also to finish, because of your other general ed requirements, our newest certificate, which is historical documentary production, which is, you'll notice, these core classes, and then a couple history courses. So we've really made it so you can get a lot done in the 2 years that you're here and have a lot on your portfolio. Which brings me to the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is our IMA Fellowship. And I'll be emailing some information on all of this when we get back to campus on in a couple weeks after the Thanksgiving break. But I wanted to post this now so you all knew. So the IMA Fellowship, we're starting in the spring. It is open to up to 25 students a year. And it's really geared towards that student that's going to be full-time, that is focused on, and then wants to, and has the time to do certain outside projects, not just the classes, but has the time to go for grants, has the time to do a full-on internship, but really is that full-time student taking 15 units a semester with plans to get done in 2 years. So there's the basic eligibility requirements. The benefits are listed. This one is really a couple of things to keep in mind. As you know, if you didn't know, you're going to find out right now. The department funds 10 paid internships a year. Some of those are on our side of the building. Those current ones that we're funding include Marlene, Monet, Daniel, Samantha, Oscar, Juan, and Eduardo. And so there's 7 there. And then we have 3 currently working at KVCR as well. And so up to 10 a year we fund. And so that pool of candidates will come out of being IMA fellows. So you'll have first dibs as a fellow to interview for those positions. It doesn't guarantee those positions, but it does guarantee you that we will interview you first for those positions. Also, you notice in those degree paths I talked about work experience. Well, if you're a fellow, you may qualify as funds remain available for stipends for that work experience opportunity you might be doing. So if you do some hours for your work experience at KVCR, for example, there's a stipend available to you of up to $1,000 for the work you might have done through the semester. And then, of course, field trips. We're actually in talks right now of doing a field trip to Sony. So that'd be something you'd be involved in, and plus, hats, swag, etc. How to apply? Well, you got to be enrolled and completed your SBVC application. Declare us, the film department, as your major. Obtain at least 1 letter of recommendation. That can be from a faculty member, a supervisor, an employer, anyone but a family member or a friend, basically. So faculty member, former teachers, and employer. Those are where you can get a letter of recommendation from. Turn in your unofficial transcripts, and then provide a letter of intent or multimedia portfolio. And Senator E. Maldonado can help you with a letter of intent. Myself or any of the faculty can help you with a portfolio and how you design that. All of that will get, if you're seeing this and you're a current student, then you're already applied. And to show proof of declaration of major, get a copy of your ed plan from your counselor. So your ed plan, your letter of recommendation, your unofficial transcripts, and either a letter of intent or multimedia portfolio gets sent to me, and that will need to get sent to me by December 15th. And so if those things hit and you've got a GPA of 2.5 or above, then you'll officially become a fellow. What you'll then need to do as an IMA fellow will be maintain your full-time student status, maintain your GPA, meet with a counselor at least once a year to confirm your education plan status, meaning you're making progress on your plan. Complete and submit 1 portfolio project a semester, which if you've already had some of our classes, your homework assignments or basic projects fall into that category as a portfolio. Interview for work experience opportunities, which again we will help you do, but you need to make sure you do that. Obtain a work experience opportunity per your academic schedule. Update your resume and online portfolios, and prepare for transfer or start applying for jobs. So those are the things you'll do. These are the things we'll give you. You need to get, like I said, your application materials turned in to me by December 15th. There will be an email follow-up on this. Uh, and yeah, so these are some exciting things happening. As you know, today is the first day of open enrollment for classes. So take a look at the schedule. Keep in mind these new degree paths. Feel free to email me. I will get back to responses to email and pronto when we come back from break after next week. So that Monday that we get back, which I believe is the 27th. On the 27th, I will start answering again emails and pronto. But feel free to send me those things. Start applying. Send in your application materials if you want to get into the fellowship. Yeah. Anyway, have a great holiday break, fall break, if you will, and we'll see you on the 27th.